Hey guys! Today we're going to do a haul video. I was at the Reader's Studio this past weekend, which is a tarot conference that happens in Queens, New York, every year. And I got some stuff, and I want to share that with you. So for those of you who do not know anything about Reader's Studio and all of the cool stuff that happens there, I'll give you a little bit of a lowdown. It's kind of this big who's who of the tarot world. So there's a lot of people who have written books and created decks, publishers. The event tracks a lot of people from the most experienced readers that like everybody knows their names because they wrote books or have big websites or whatnot, to people who just started out. So it's a really cool community. The conference is run by Ruth Ann and Wald Amberstone, who have the Tarot School, which is a tarot school, essentially. It's a very descriptive name. They run a weekly meetup in New York. They do a bunch of correspondence classes. They have a bunch of tarot courses that you can buy on their website. And in addition, they do the Reader Studio. So one of the things about the Reader Studio is it is impossible to walk away from this event empty-handed. It is so impossible. And that doesn't even include buying anything, because you could go in there with a budget of $0 and still come out with your hands full. For example, when you check in, the first thing that you're given is a new deck, because some of the publishers donate stuff to the event to give away. So you get a gift just for coming. I think there's usually like 4 or 5 options of what you could get, and if you didn't like what you get, usually people will trade with somebody that wants what you have, which is what I did. I can't remember what the deck was that I was given. I just know I opened it and looked through it, and it was all elves, and I am not really an elf person. So I ended up trading with somebody at my table, and I got the Raven's Prophecy Tarot, which I am excited about, because I have been eyeing that deck for a while, because people I know have it and seem to like it. There is also a swap table that occurs at this event, and the purpose of that is obviously to swap things. So a lot of people will bring stuff from home that they're trying to declutter and have it go to homes that will hopefully use them. Some people end up trading the decks that they got as their opening gift on that table. So I bought a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get rid of, and then I took a bunch of stuff home, too. So to get the boring stuff that I picked up out of the way, I got 6 decks of bicycle playing cards, because there were those on the deck, and they were all sealed, and I was like, I have magician friends that those might be a nice gift for, because I know they go through decks like toilet paper, and I know they're not that expensive, but when you're buying a lot of them, it probably adds up. So I figured I could find good homes for them. I also got this Playfair deck, which I don't know what it looks like because it's sealed, and I'm just going to give it to them too. So yeah, poker decks, not super exciting. But there was a really cool standard deck that I found that I couldn't pass up, even though it was open. And that was the Oracle Mystifying Playing Cards, which was, I believe, a Kickstarter thing. So I'd be willing to bet this deck was picked up by somebody thinking it was something else because of the word Oracle, because it is just a really pretty standard deck of playing cards. I will show them off, and I'm dropping them on the floor. But to give you an idea, like, they're like black with this kind of almost, I don't know if I call it paisley pattern. They're really pretty. Like, this is kind of what the court cards look like. And what was really particularly stood out to me in this deck is they had like a yes, no card and a double-sided back of a card. So I get the sense that this was a card deck that was designed for people who do card tricks, because I think there could be some really cool stuff you could do with that if you were into that sort of thing, which I am not, but I have friends who are, so that is probably going to end up as a gift for someone. The next thing I got was this fortune-telling deck that I know absolutely nothing about, other than it was published by a company called Piatnik, which is in, I believe, Vienna, Australia. I don't know the history of these cards or anything like that. I think it's a modern reprint, but like they look old, and they've got like the names of what they stand for in the bottom in several different languages. I know they're not Lenormand, but there's some other kind of fortune-telling deck. I might have to look that up later to find out what they are. But apparently they're easy to use according to the little white book, which is mostly in German. But yeah, I figured, why not? They look cool. If I don't like them, I can always put them on the swap table next year. I picked up an Oracle deck by Sonia Choquette called The Answer is Simple Oracle cards. They look like they could be kind of interesting. Let's take a look at what some of those look like. It's a lot of, I think, a lot of self-care stuff, like give yourself the best, keep dancing, detox, say yes, love your body. So it seems like it's a self-care deck, and I thought that was kind of cool. I need help with that. I need all the help I can get with that. I also picked up the Happy Tarot, which is so cute. Like, I can't get over how cute this deck was. This was also one of the decks that they were giving away as you came to Reader Studio gift. And I thought that they were adorable, and they turned up on the giveaway, on the swap table, so I snagged them because they are so cute! Oh my gosh, I think my favorite that I saw so far in this deck was the Tower. And, like, there are these little gumdrop kids falling out of the tower going, ah! And, they're just so cute. Like, this is the Fool, and this is the Magician, like, super, super cutesy. I would love to use this deck with young kids because it's not scary at all. It's just like, oh, that is so adorable! And that's published by Lo Scarpeo. And then I picked up a little packet of Roy's Story Cubes, which are these adorable little dice that have little symbols on them. And then you roll them, and then you can create a little story with them. And I thought that was kind of cool, so I snagged those. And I got this cute little magnet about a Virgo, which I thought was hilarious, which is going to be a present for my friend Anna. And I got this necklace that I'm wearing right now, and it had some matching earrings that I picked up, but I'm not sure I'm going to wear them, though, because when I put them on, they are so heavy, and my poor little sensitive ears might not be able to handle that. So that was all of the stuff I acquired from the swap table, which brings us into some stuff that was given away sort of in the middle of the conference. The fellow from US Game Systems gave away some stuff. Everybody got a Bluebird Lenormand deck, which is really cute. I'll just show the back of the box so you have an example of that. Like, it's a very Victorian looking Lenormand deck. And it's got kind of a description of what each card means. So that might be like a nice deck if you're not super familiar with Lenormand. And he also gave away was Tarot for the Magical Times by Rachel Pollock and Johannes Freiberg, which is probably a pretty cool book. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so excited to read that. And then there was what I won off of the giveaway table. And the giveaway table is this table that is on the main stage. And Ruth Ann sort of uses this as a mechanism for crowd control to get everybody into the room when a speaker is about to speak. About 10-15 minutes before she starts giving away stuff that is on this table. She's got a little cup that is full of names, and you draw names, and you win stuff that is on the giveaway table. And what I won this year was this little grab bag. And what was in the grab bag? Inquiring minds want to know. And it was super cute deck bag, which I haven't taken out of the bag yet. And we've got this tarot cloth that's got this cool Celtic design on it. And there is a deck in there from Los Garbeo, which is the Universal Fantasy Tarot, which is really pretty. I think you get a good idea from the box. Maybe we'll do a walkthrough video of that some other time. And the lovely Tarot Fundamentals book, which I already have, so I think this is going to end up as a giveaway on my blog / YouTube channel at some point once I have my blog back online, because it is not online at the moment. Which brings me to the stuff that I actually bought, which honestly isn't that much because I was on a really, really tight budget this year. I honestly thought I wasn't going to have any money to spend, but my paycheck happened to come in right as the conference was starting, so I could buy myself a few things. So that was exciting. I could get some stuff that I wanted, so yay. Yay, yay, yay. So the first thing I ended up buying was Angelo Nazio's book, Tarot Unlocking the Arcana, which I am super, super excited about because he is a smart cookie, and I am excited to hear what he has to say. And if you don't know about his YouTube channel, you should check it out, because he is always talking about tarot and interesting stuff, and I always learn something, so check out Angelo. The next thing I got was the Corporate Tarot deck, which is by Melanie McCarthy. And I thought this was a really cool concept for a deck, especially if you do any work in the business world, because it is super non-threatening and really applicable to the business world. So, like, they have these pictures of people that look businessy and keywords and such. Kind of cool. Maybe I'll do, like, a deck flip through of that. One of the things I did really like was with the court cards, it was all, like, they were associated with, like, Myers-Briggs types. So I thought that was really neat. Like, I am excited to play with this deck a little bit. Maybe I'll do a deck run through on that one too for some first impressions. But I thought that looked like it was super, super useful. If you're going to deal with anyone in the business world and bring tarot into that. Yeah. Anyway, the other thing that was really cool about this deck was the backs of them. They're like all New York City themed, but they're all different. And you can lay them all out and make one giant picture. So I thought that was really neat. Apparently you can use that like as a team building exercise, is what the lady that was selling it said. The next thing I got was this super cool oracle deck called the Stepping Stones Oracle by Katrin Snyder and Kevin Quigley. And it is really unique and cool, and this is actually their second prototype of the deck, so kind of rare. So, with the cards in this deck, there are 8 symbols on a card, and each of those symbols will match one symbol on the next card. So, if you we pulled like 2 random cards out of this deck. 1, 2. Let's see. What matches on these 2 cards? Okay, we have a green gemstone on each of these 2 cards. And let's pull another one. And, okay, between card 2 and 3, we have in common... What do we have in common? Sometimes they're a little hard to see. Oh, like a candy wrapper. So, the idea behind this is you can sort of intuit some sort of thing from that. And right now, I can't seem to give you anything useful from a gemstone and a piece of candy. But the back of their little sheet, you can assign everything meanings, and there are color matching, and I don't know. It was a really cool deck, and my brain is just totally... So I feel like I'm selling it poorly right now, but I thought it was really cool. So I bought it, and plus, Catherine is a very good friend of mine, so I really want to support what she's doing. I don't think they have that widely for sale yet, but there is a Facebook group, so I will link that in case you're interested in a very, very unique deck. And then I bought the Circus Soul Oracle by Rachel Paul, which is an independently published deck, which is super, super cute. It's all kind of sideshow themed. I won't flip through all of that right now, but that is a super cute deck. She also had 2 super cute tarot decks that I can't remember the names of off of the top of my head, but I also wanted but couldn't afford to buy right now. So I'm probably going to do that later. But she gives away these cute little deck bags. So I got a kitty that she draws on. So I am excited to play with that deck. Plus Rachel is such a sweetheart. So super cool! Which brings me to the final things I bought, which I'm sure you're super excited about because this video is really long. But I got my friend Ryan Edwards' Maybe Lenormand deck. It is maybe Lenormand because instead of being 36 cards, it is 52. He filled out the rest of a standard playing card deck. And I also bought his hand-painted version of it, which I have not opened yet. Maybe I will do my deck flip-through video with the hand-painted version so you can see that. But yeah. That's what I got at Reader's Studio this year. Super exciting. I can't wait to play with all of these new decks. So, have a great day, guys, and I will talk to you soon.